Well, hello everybody, I'm Paul. Welcome again to my kitchen. Today I want to do a kind of a different recipe. I'm going to do Chinese hot sour soup. I really love to do it. And if you follow my channel, my cooking videos, you'll notice I'm kind of like the Bob Ross of cooking. I like to try to make things as simple and as quick as possible without using a bunch of fancy ingredients. So there's a million other recipes or videos out there if you want the complicated and authentic version, but this is the boiled down, simple, maybe call it the hillbilly version of Chinese hot sour soup, but it does come out good. Okay, step number one. Got a package here, not a big package, of some pork, and it's been frozen, so I'm just going to put that in some oil and get that fried up. And I got a good amount of oil in there, and any extra we're just going to add to our soup, so it's no biggie. So we'll let that start cooking. While our pork is frying, I've drained a can of bamboo, and what we want to do is slice it long ways, and this is about the only step that takes any time. And this is what we're after. Strips. I think the fancy word is julienne, something like that, but we just want strips of bamboo. So when you're eating your soup, you're not biting into a big honking piece of bamboo. You got nice, delicate, tasty strips. So just take your time, watch your fingers, of course. Don't sue me if you cut your finger, so I don't have any money. Just a poor YouTuber. Yeah, just be careful with them. You don't gotta get it perfect. That gives you an example. So I do the whole can, and we'll add that to our soup. Okay, so here we've got about 10 cups of water. I want to add my bamboo to it. Always be sure to drop a little on the floor, of course, especially when you're filming. There we go. Good. Now into that, I also drained. I'm going to empty a can of regular mushrooms. Just stems and pieces, whatever. Okay. You want to make sure it's fully cooked, and be careful, because just put that there for an example. We've got a lot of extra oil there. We're going to add that onto our soup. I just want to show you, these were the pieces as they came from the market, so I'm cutting them into little bite-sized pieces like that. I think that's more manageable than a long piece of pork there. So we will add that to our soup. Okay, so now this is where it starts to get fun. You should notice I probably should have used a bigger pot, but I wanted you to be able to see in it good. Here I've got some of the Weilers, the beef, and I always go for the granules, not the cubes, because the granules are so much easier to use. But just shake you in a good amount there. That's about half of a small jar of it. That's a good start. A lot of this we'll do flavoring by taste. So we'll get that stirred up a little. Got the heat on it. So you're starting to see a little bit of that nice brown color. We're going to have more of that as we go. Okay, next, get some of the extra firm tofu. You don't want the other stuff that's just going to disappear on you. Soft. Let's see. There should be a video on how not to open a tofu thing. It's packed with fluid, of course. So you get out the hunk. And cut some pieces are going to be like something like that. No right or wrong about it. Let's just keep going here. That should do good. You know, it depends if you like tofu a lot or not. I like it. Good filler. So we'll add that to the soup. Okay, let's go for some of the spices now. Here we'll just take a hint of garlic. Not a lot. But what we do use quite a bit of is white pepper. That gives a real Asian type of flavor to me. Gives it nice hot. So you don't want to be scared of it. After all, this is hot sour soup. And I also use some crushed red peppers. Sprinkle some of those in there. Good. Like that. So that's looking good. Okay. Also cut up a couple green onions. Throw those in there. Some ground ginger. That gives it a little heat, kind of an Asian taste. Throw some of that in there. Now here's the fun part, and you have to do it to your taste. This is where the sour comes from. Some vinegar. Most recipes, and I've always used the rice vinegar before, but most people aren't going to have that handy, so you know, we don't need a whole bunch of this. Do it to taste. You can always add more. So start with a little. And you can always add more. It's coming along. It's smelling good too. Okay, now gotta have some soy sauce. This is the less sodium, but still plenty salty. Adds a lot of taste and helps with that beautiful brown color. So we're not shy about it. If you guys follow my video, you guys know I use soy on everything. Gotta love some soy sauce. There we go. Something like that. A lot of this is to taste, of course. Okay, now you can see I'm nearing my limit of my pan here. So one of the last things we're going to be adding here is to get the trademark. If you ever have hot sour soup out at the Chinese restaurant, you notice it has the streaks, I guess you'd call it, of like egg in there. So all I've done is I've whipped up an egg here, and I want to be stirring this as I slowly pour it in. And you will see it will make little wisps. And that's my dog walking around because he smells this too, and he wants it in the worst way. There we go. Now we are going to thicken this, the final step, once we get it all seasoned to taste. But we want to put the egg in there first, because you want, see those, on the right you can see the egg like little strips or wisps of egg. That's what we're after. Okay. Looking fine. Okay, final step. Got some cornstarch mixed with cool water, and we'll thicken it. Won't need a whole bunch. Just pour a little bit of that in there. And we can thicken it like a boss. Something like that. And then when you turn up your heat, it will thicken right up for you. Whoops. Get some of the powder in there. There we go. I had a sip of the soup before, and it was just right. Get you right in the back of the throat. It's hot and spicy. With just that little kick of sour. And this will thicken right up once you get your heat going. I'll show you the finished product. Alrighty, YouTube, I say we about have it. That's about the consistency I want. Not quite a stew thickness, maybe. After all, it's hot sour soup. But really nice. So that's all there is to it. Try it out. Let me know what you think. Open to ideas. I know this isn't the authentic with all the fancy stuff in it, but it's pretty good. Definitely here's the kick. You know, you got it peppered right. It gives you that bite right in the back of the throat. That's the way you want it. So anyhow, guys, thanks for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. And we'll see you soon.